Everyday art. As you fly over the city of London at around 9 a.m., after sitting on an airplane for about 6 hours, you like to realize the artistic diversity that make up this marvelous city. London, as described by William Dunbar in his poem titled To the City of London, is majestic, artistic, royal, and pompous.
London thou art of towns apex sea, sovereign of cities smelliest in sight, of high renown, riches and royalty, of lords, barons, and many goodly knight, of most delectable lusty ladies bright, of famous prelates inhabited clerical, of merchants full of substance and might, London thou art, the flower of all cities all.
The London described by William Dunbar is a city one can only see and experience by venturing out into the streets with an eye ready for careful observation and analysis. Navigating the city and its multiple faces requires curiosity and a desire to see the world through the eyes of a city that values the past as much as the future. London is inexhaustible. You have to see it for yourself. When in London, keep in mind that art surrounds you everywhere you go, every day. Food is art. Gardens are art. The complicated yet reliable system of transportation is art. People are art. People show up their art, and more than often, one is free to enjoy it and appreciate it. I found art in London. Outside of museums and galleries, I found art in the places and the lives of everyday people. The art of Bloomsbury. The place that I called home from August 20th to September 19th, the Aaron House Hotel, located in a town by the name of Bloomsbury. You see, Bloomsbury is a place filled with tales of the lives of countless thinkers and intellectuals. It is located in the heart of London, providing us with quick and easy access to every part of the city. During our Bloomsbury tour, we learned about the parks, gardens, pubs, and the multiple blue plaques that commemorate well-known individuals who resided in specific places. The parks, gardens, and pubs are timeless masterpieces where both the past and the present merge together to maybe just have a good time. Then there's the art of thought. The art of scientific research meets literature. The art of Charles Darwin, Virginia Woolf, and Charles Dickens, all recognized by the blue plaques commemorating their residences and achievements. The art of sandwiches. My favorite place in Bloomsbury was a small family-owned Italian cafe located on Tottenham Court Road next to Starbucks, of course. You may wonder why. Well, not only because it served the best sandwiches I've ever had, but also because they made them and served them with utmost joy. I swear there was an art to making these sandwiches. An art form only they knew, and I was eager to make it mine, to enter their art studio and paint my day in delicious colors. Their tools were not paint tubes and paint brushes, but rather forks and spatulas. Their canvas, a grill 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Every time I would go up to the cashier, the cook would ask, ¿Cómo estás, amor? Which means, how are you, my love, in Spanish. And the cashier lady would always add, hello, my love, that will be $4.95, por favor. With a lovely smile on her face. The people and the food of this cafe always completed my day. Not too far from the Italian cafe is Regent's Park. The art of gardening. When I visited the park for the first time, I was blown away by Avenue Gardens. Professor Qualls had scheduled class at the park without realizing that we would all be distracted by the beautiful flowers adorning the pathways. They were untouchable. You have to see it for yourself. The perfectly lined up flowers, fashionably arranged in the most beautiful colors. The grass, perfectly trimmed around the edges, almost unnatural, yet pleasant to the eyes and warming to the soul. Praise the gardeners responsible for such gorgeous works of art, spending long hours with lawn mowers and garden scissors, making sure every inch of the park was aesthetically pleasing to those who will wander in it. Avenue Gardens is without a doubt a hidden jewel unlike the not so hidden jewel, the Thames. The art of the Thames. The Thames River is pretty much responsible for the development of London and the metropolis that it is today. There's an area along the river from Tower Bridge to Big Ben that we like to call Romantic Thames Walk. For it is here where couples sit at night and whisper love poems to each other as the sound of the river flowing serves as the perfect background melody. The art of love? I think so. I was blown away by the view of the city from this side of the river. You can see the London Eye, as well as Big Ben to one side, then Tower Bridge on the other. And though I never actually took a ride on the London Eye, to stand in front of one of the world's tallest Ferris wheels was pretty dramatic, but not as life changing as seeing Big Ben in real life with my very own eyes. It was almost impossible to believe the way it stood there, quiet, serene, at peace with a city bursting with loudness. This was a magical moment. For me, Big Ben had always represented London, symbolic of its history, its beauty, and the art of its organized chaos. The art of people. Along the Thames Walk, at any given moment, you may find obvious representations of art forms such as musicians, painters, and entertainers of all sorts. First, you have to stop and listen to the art of music, the way various instruments come together to make one streaming, complex sound. Second, one of my favorite entertainers who practices the art of making people smile. The half policeman, half ballerina guy who stood in front of the glittering carousel. He never spoke, but something about his movements and, of course, his outfit attracted people of all sorts. The kids loved him. And last but not least, the skateboarders and bike riders who practice and perform tricks at the South Bank skate park. This skate park is said to be one of the busiest in London, hosting a plethora of fanatics who come to skate, to watch, or just to fill the walls with intricate works of graffiti. Spray cans and skateboards are the artistic tools that come together to make South Bank Skate Park a modern work of art. The art of London. There are countless places along the river and all over the city that house and make up the most outstanding works of art. The Tate Modern, the Globe Theatre, the National Gallery, the British Museum, the British Library, the Royal Albert, the old Roman walls, the walls of Westminster Abbey, the walls of St. Paul's Cathedral, the walls of history, the walls of modern day architecture and future prosperity, the walls of London. In these places, the past, the present, and the future of London all dance together to non-stop city sounds. The art of a vibrant city, the art of life, the art of London.